Johnny Cage has been revealed, and he looks and sounds like the best version of Johnny that we have ever seen. He is so true to form with his moves and his quips and his victory stance. Shout out once again to NetherRealm for doing such a great job bringing these characters even more to life. We saw a variation of moves from Johnny Cage during the combat cast. For example, his fireball, which is usually an arc, can be changed to a straight fireball. And we saw a 3-punch unblockable moveset that seems new to Mortal Kombat, and I really look forward to seeing how that's going to play out with possibly other characters and other movesets. We're going to go ahead and check out the trailer and then the gameplay highlights from the combat cast. I'll see you at the end.
I know studio execs tougher than you.
No suit's gonna slit your throat.
Have you been to Hollywood?
Fight! Finish him!
Cut! Reset!
Deadly uppercut, take 2.
Action! Cut!
Who hired this guy? What the fuck?
Deadly uppercut, take 19.
Fatality. Johnny Cage wins.
So let's just get into it.
Yeah, the sunglasses thing got some pretty good hype.
So
shades. So what's this one? Is this the base, the MK2
this is
loadout?
his base, and I added a couple things that we'll go over when I'm done with the base. But this is like his default look, and we'll go over his default moves. So
is one of your favorite things per week naming the variations?
Yes, I take great joy in it.
Okay.
So to start off, his arcing fireball that he typically has is actually gone, and he uses his Mortal Kombat 1 straight fireball.
Okay.
So this is actually a really good fireball, which you don't normally think of with Johnny Cage, but it's really fast. The amplified one is actually a double fireball. I think it's actually really strong. You kind of asked me, hey, what do you do with a fireball? And I basically said, there's no reason not to just do it. Like, you really can't go wrong.
Just keep throwing it out.
Yeah.
Right?
The other thing is his classic shadow kick is back. It's exactly what you want. It's very fast. It's still a high, so they can duck under it, but it travels the full screen. It's a great whip punisher. It's a great check. It's the shadow kick.
And the amplified version of that, has that changed at all? I noticed you had amplifies in an earlier build. They were a little different.
Yes.
How have you adjusted them?
Well, one of the things is we listened to feedback, and we actually made it so that to amplify a move, you just hit the interact button. You just hit the right bumper. So you go for the nut punch, and that's the regular one. If you amplify it, you just hit the right bumper, and it'll actually go off. So we've actually simplified it since what we had at the reveal event, where it was a different button press for every amplified move.
Cool.
Yeah, we're definitely, I mean, we have these events and things like that. We do like to to take some fan feedback. Obviously not everything will work with the game that we're creating, but that was one of the things we heard a lot about and thought that let's run some tests with that, see how it goes, and it seems to be working pretty well that way.
Yeah.
So.
Now, to be clear, they are not EX move. They're still amplified. So I'm not doing the nut punch with block at the same time to just immediately do it. I'm doing the nut punch, then I amplify it a few seconds later. So you still have the different timing depending on how you want you to do the move, but the button's always going to be universal. And the timing window is huge. So they're not meant to, and they are not difficult at all.
I did a few, so I know they're easy.
Like, execution is not the barrier of entry when it comes to...
Exactly. We want to think about how you're using your offensive stamina meter, not that it's hard to do. So that's why we decided to go with that input system.
And I will say, it's funny, now that I've been playing with this way and how it is, I will kind of forget about my meter. So now, because I'm doing them so much more often, because I'm remembering everything, I'm looking at my meter, I'm like, why didn't that come out? And Steve's like, you ran yourself out of meter. Yep. All right, Steve, continue.
So let's go over some of his normals. I think Cage, to me, excels at the mid-range. So he's got 3 or 4 key moves I'd like to show.
Okay.
The first is his forward 3, which is, like always with Johnny Cage, a long-range advancing move. And this combos into these awesome sidekicks. It's super fun to mash it. I mash the hell out of it.
You only have to press it like twice.
Yes, but I enjoy doing it that way.
He's making extra sure.
Right.
And the big thing there is it's very easy to hit confirm. You can see that the kicks are coming, and you can stop mashing and go into shadow kick or nut punch.
But you keep going.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going.
And real quick, for those of people who may not know the term, hit confirm.
Hit confirm means you see the move hit, and then you go into your combo instead of just letting the string go out or blocking. Like, I saw it hit, and then, go into the nut punch. So
now, you'll watch me and Derek play, and we'll just
not a lot of that.
Just hope it works.
Yep.
The nice thing about when you two fight is there's also not a lot of blocking.
Right.
So nut punch is a good linker to go into something more elaborate.
Exactly. Like, he's going to get the pop-up, and then you can do a combo. That's going to be his main way that he's going to go into his additional damage.
Nice.
But since it's punishable if it's blocked, if it's blocked, you just finish the string. You wouldn't go into the nut punch.
Or Tyler and I would.
Yes. Honestly, I would too, because a nut punch is fun.
Yeah.
Another really good one is his forward 4, which is his knee. Johnny Cage without a knee would just... That's not a thing. Like, he's got to have his advancing.
We have a guest coming on later to
Who's
do
very familiar with the
Washed Up Warriors.
Yeah.
Aaron Davis, a.k.a. Dizzy. Twitter handle, Dizzy Knee.
Yes. Yeah.
So-
I mean, it's Johnny Cage's signature move, and it is back. He can go into 4-4-4 and be safe. He actually has another one that leads to a crushing blow. Ooh. Now, that one's a high, so if they duck and punish it, he gets blown up. But if he knows it's going to hit, he can go into the crushing blow. And then he can also cancel that to go into combos.
All I'm watching the whole time is to see if he's smiling, and he absolutely
He
is.
is a very, very happy guy.
He's having a good day.
Now, I think another one of his key moves is his back 3, which is actually a low strike. And you can go into this flip kick, or you can, again, confirm into the nut punch. And this is great because it's a low. So the opponent, if they're trying to walk back out of the range of these other moves, the low is going to get them. The downside is he actually does not have a really, really good overhead. He's not meant to be a 50-50 character. His only overhead is going to be his generic hop attack, which is kind of slow, and it's just a knockdown. So to me, he's going to check you with the low, keep you from walking back, but he's not really going to mix you up with an overhead. He'll probably open you up with a lot of throws.
You're going to get thrown a lot by Johnny Cage, yeah.
And lastly, he does have a pop-up with his jabs. That's like your good Punisher, like if you block Sub-Zero Slide or Scorpion's Spear.
Really good in the corner as well.
Yes, you have corner comms with that.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Make corner comms a thing.
So to me,
corner comms are a thing.
They're not a thing.
The crux to Johnny Cage, to me, is really simple, fundamental mid-screen. He's going to hover around here. He's going to look for movement. Make a guess that you're going to hit a button, go in with forward 4. You're going to be afraid to hit a button, and he's going to get jump-ins, throws. I mean, when we were talking, you pointed out that it's really good. Like, his dash is really fast, and he can just dash up and throw you because you're scared of the mid-range. And then that's exactly it. And you never know when Shadow Kick's going to come.
Yeah.
His Fireball.
I was wondering, like, what do you do when you're at full screen and you need to cover that distance? You just slowly inch your way back to mid-range?
If he is getting zoned out, that's exactly what you have to do. But in a match like this, where Scorpion doesn't have a good projectile, his projectile is going to cover it.
Nice.
Then, of course, you'd have to look out for Scorpion's teleport and stuff like that. But essentially, inch your way in. And you can see his dash actually covers a lot of space. He always has shadow kick. He moves pretty fast, so he's well equipped to get in that mid range.
He's fast for an old man, eh?
That's true.
Yeah. All right, what else we got, Steve?
So let's go into some of the loadout moves for this variation.
You put some good ones in this.
Yeah, so this is his Rage Charge, and this is a very unique move. So it looks like this hook punch. And what it does is, it's a high attack, but if you block it, it becomes
We've never really
a mid.
done anything like this game.
Yeah, this is a very unique move. So the second hit makes it a mid, and you can see that it starts glowing. The second time, on the third hit, it is actually unblockable. He is set to always block. And you can amplify this to get a flip kick. So you'll see it's going to be unblockable, and he gets a pretty juicy amount of damage.
That's awesome.
So the meta here is, Johnny Cage, like I said, he doesn't have a good 50-50. So it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of going for throws. He can do like block strings, go into this, and if they block it, it's charged. The second charge is a mid, the third's an unblockable. So if they just keep blocking forever, they're going to get hit by this and they're going to die.
Now, does it have to be consecutive?
It does not have to be literally consecutive, but if he gets a hit, the charge goes away.
Sure.
So actually taking the hit would be a viable strategy.
Right.
You just want to get out of dodge and go back to zone again. So that's kind of a pretty innovative, unique move.
Yeah, keep the pressure on and you get rewarded for it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And also, we're talking about, like, the hit confirming. You don't really have to there.
Oh, yeah. You just mash it out.
Right.
And, I mean, you can't really hit or block confirm a move that can't be blocked.
Right.
So I also gave him the mime parry, which is just really fun. It parries all mids, overheads, highs. And if he amplifies it, he actually gets a pop-up.
Oh.
One other fun thing is, it already lasts 1,000 years, but if you amplify it, it can actually keep going, keep doing it. So this is a great trick. Like, sometimes I'll knock them down, do it, and if they do a wake-up attack, I'll actually amplify it so it lasts even longer. It's extremely obnoxious, which I think Johnny Cage probably should be obnoxious.
Yeah, I think we're seeing some videos with that being used in some pretty...
oh, yeah.
There's going to be some horseplay going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's the definition of horseplay. It's very, very, very silly.
And you can only amplify that one time, right?
Yes.
How early in development were you like, we need that move?
I mean...
Day one.
I was told the designer that worked on him was, like, popping off about how he's going to do the Ninja Mime parry, like, a year ago. Like, that was definitely one of, like, his core, he has to have this.
Mad props to Baron on
Now,
that.
again, it's... So you can also low attack.
Yes, you can low attack him. And then lastly, I equipped the Brass Knucks.
Hey.
And this is very reminiscent of Fisticuffs Johnny Cage. What this does is, all of his chip damage is significantly buffed. And chip damage is already pretty strong in Mortal Kombat, but it is a significant chip damage buff.
Oh, yeah?
So this is even exactly what you were just saying 5 minutes ago, that he keeps the pressure up, you can't just block forever. Exactly. So with the Fisticuffs thing, it's even more dangerous to be going for chip damage.
And now you're still doing your charged punch, you're still... Yeah.
Yep.
So you're layering the way he fights, like... So this version fights a very different way than a lot of other versions you're going to create.
Exactly. Which, let's go into another one.
Straight to DVD. I do like the name.
I feel like that's Johnny Cage's, that would be his role.
Yeah, that's most of his movies.
Right. So this one I wanted to make straight up Mortal Kombat 2.
Let's take a minute to enjoy this skin. It is wonderful.
I picked this specifically because this is MK2, so the 90s, and I think this really nails it.
It really encompasses everything about the 90s in one image.
Yep, I love it.
So here, he loses his straight fireball, and he actually gains the old school arcing fireballs. He can do a high one, he can do the lower one, and he can do a double one. Now, these don't hit up close, so they're very different than the straight ones. However, the recovery is super, super good, and they are super fast. So while they're only good for full screen, they're very, very, very hella good full screen.
Now, you can get jump-ins too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Which you see in the trailer. If you read from full screen that they're going to try to jump in, it's really going to cover the air. Then I also gave him his flip kick is replaced with his MK2 anti-air uppercut. It's safer than the other one. It does more damage. And the meter burn actually, well, not meter burn, amplified, can come out as that second hit and catch him.
So if you whiff on the first one, you still have something to utilize.
That's a day one strategy, guys. Day one strategy. Your online tournament, day one, you do that, and then they try to punish you and you do it. I do it all the time. It's great. So how about one more loadout?
Yeah.
All right. What's the last one?
Do my own stunts, where I gave him a couple of different.
Ooh.
This is my favorite look.
The belt.
The belt's pretty great. So Johnny can actually summon. He loses his shadow kick, and he can summon a stunt double to run by and do a JBL clothesline. And if you amplify it, you get this second hit.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Then his second move is he'll call him and bash him over the head, talk some trash, then peace out, or actually get this combo started.
I love how the stunt double's hair is just a little off color too. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
so perfect.
The Johnny written on his chest is great.
Isn't it like marker or something?
Yes.
That's so good.
So the cool thing about this is it actually doesn't go away if Johnny's hit. So like if Scorpion hits Cage after he's already done the summon, the stunt double will actually come up and interrupt the combo, and then Johnny gets a combo. So while this has a ton of recovery and startup, you almost like know you're gonna get hit. You're just, yeah, come on Scorpion, come at me, bro, and then he's gonna get interrupted and Johnny will go to combo. So you are giving up your shadow kick. It's one of your best space control tools, but you're getting this wacky space control tool.
But you get Jim, the stunt double, which is awesome.
Yes, and that's
Is
his
that his
canonical
name?
name.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's Jim.
Jim is his canonical name. So those are our loadouts. That is Johnny Cage. I think.
Johnny Cage in a box.
I love it. He's absolutely great.
Yeah, I think
Really cool
if you're looking for a beginner character, in my opinion, he's one of the best we've shown so far, which is exactly what you asked about.
Yep.
I think if you just want to outspace your opponent, you don't need a lot of stances or anything like that. You just kind of want your core, like really good mid-range tools. He's got it. Oh, there's one other thing.
No.
There's one other thing. We forgot his fatal blow.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, the N2, the hit that leads into his fatal blow, is unlike any other of the game. He can actually charge it and cancel it.
Oh. Wow.
He can actually use this to do combos. If I wasn't bad, you can do it.
Okay, that's exciting.
There you go. So, while normally he does not have the style of cancels that he had in A-List, if he's in 30% health, he actually gets desperate and remembers all his cancels. So, while it's not a normal thing, he doesn't have access to it all the time. That kind of pressure and combos are in the game if you have the execution to do it.
Oh,
then fatal blow's available.
That's. I mean, we've been talking a lot about Johnny, and I didn't know that. That's one thing I have not known today. So we are going to see that in a tournament, and everyone's going to flip their lid.
Oh, yeah. Dizzy already has a lot of really cool stuff with it, including a combo that I almost want him to hit me with. I almost want him to hit me. And we'll go ahead and do it. You can see it.
He just has it with him at all times.
Yeah. To be fair, if you had an Academy Award, wouldn't you have it with you at all times?
True.
To be fair, I don't believe that's an Academy Award.
No,
You're right. That is not an Academy Award. I'm going to play Scarlet.
Awesome. So let's go to the fight. And you guys been practicing a little bit, kind of getting feeling each other out.
A little bit off and on. And Scarlet, I'm prepared. She's one of my favorite characters for sure. I really love her playstyle.
I'll have your ancient power.
Not what I call it, but okay.
No one will miss you, Cage.
Damn. No one will miss you, Cage.
I think that's a lie. So what were you saying there, Steve?
Yeah, we almost talked over the introductions, which it's been years we've been doing these shows. It is much harder than people think.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Okay,
Nice
they're
throw,
just
Jack.
full concentration at this point.
Oh, it's tough.
Steve does not want to talk at all. Just doing some low pokes. Oh, going
There
for
it
the
is.
leg day.
Oh.
Nut punch.
Oh, I tried to go for the crushing blow, but I didn't have time.
I like
Aaron Davis, stick player. Hearing a lot of buttons going on over there.
Here's something you may notice, that her tongue on block doesn't push back as far. Still a great zoning tool that keeps her safe, but not quite the pushback it had just a couple weeks ago. Just a fun video game development changes.
That's always that's fun. It's always cool when people will watch videos of early combat guys like, oh, that's different now.
Yes.
And, yeah.
I always love, and I'm not blowing you up. If I didn't work here, I'd be doing it. The obsession over, oh, that's high now, that's mid now, that's safe now, and stuff like. Guys,
the damage.
Calm down.
Right.
But don't calm down. We love it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a sweep with the tentacles. Throwing some blood. Dizzy's really got nothing going on.
Ooh. Here we go.
Nah,
You know that's all you gotta do. You just gotta talk some junk to him.
That was great. He
like
totally
that.
figured that out. I thought he was going to do throw, and he knew that I thought he was going to do throw. You can see right there. I used her back one too because of the crushing blow.
And so now he's taking damage over time.
Yep.
Oh, little poke.
Were you happy with when you did it there?
Yes. It feels very good.
Ooh.
Speaking of feels very good. Oh, great escape right there.
2 fatal blows available. Oh.
Aaron Davis, you gotta represent the design team. What's happening, pal?
You actually lose your job if you lose this. That's how this works.
Yeah. No.
I'm significantly more washed up than most other washed up warriors.
You know, I'm not afraid. I'll do another one. Part of me wants to go out on this win because I haven't beat him in many, many years, but...
You up for one more?
I think I can do it.
Come on.
I think I can do it.
Do something.
All right, let's go to character select. Let's see what we got.
Well, I'm going to rematch.
Yeah, I'm just rematching.
Okay. Oh.
So I'm guessing you want to chew me up.
And spit out your bones, Cage.
Watch out. She's a man-eater.
Round 1.
Hall & Oates.
Steve's getting the first hit props there.
Oh. Oh, I missed time to punish. Very, very good with punish.
Into the nut punch. Ooh.
Oh! I was going to try to duck it and punish it.
I love those sneakers. Sneakers were great.
Oh!
Oops, I keep whiffing. I've had enough of that.
Yeah.
Enough silliness. Oh, boom!
Oh, wow. This should finish it.
Yeah.
He'll get there. He's got one more big hit. Yeah, the step.
Wait. Yeah.
Oh.
Just barely.
Yep. Dizzy knows, though.
Round 2. Fight.
I'm definitely getting too confident now. I'm whiffing like crazy. He's taking advantage of it.
Johnny of the cast is really good at taking care of whiffs.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was very bad.
Oh. I messed up my combo.
Now
that cactus is in play.
Is
Cactus
this me and Derek playing? Or
Oh!
Ooh. Good. I'm going to do it again, though. Nope.
Well, we'll pretend that was a fake out.
Oh.
Man.
You gotta stop that, Aaron Davis.
No, I'll keep doing it.
Well, if anything, it's gonna. Steve's waiting for it, so maybe you can use that.
Too late on that.
Oh. All right, man. Get your head into this. Let's
That was
go.
that was
Final round.
not great. You can see Dizzy kind of walking back and forth, looking for that space, looking for his time.
Now, for Johnny Cage, though, in this match, Scarlet, her blood weapons kind of outrage him. So Aaron's key game plan here is it's kind of in my favor, and he's really got to look for me to make mistakes, which I did, and now I've lost half my life.
But
I took a huge risk, and that did not pay off at all.
Escape out.
Oh, that's not over though. Ooh. Oh, another throw.
Ah! Hits him with a dizzy knee.
Yep. I like his victory a lot, so I'm sorry for everyone who wants to see the fatality, but this is awesome. It's that face, the action figure.
You actually
It's
just
like they
sat
go
there
through
and
this
ducked the
every
shadow
single
kick and punished it and won. You did not panic.
We always seem to end up here, Jade.
I let you win in the past.
Don't hold back. I can take it.
Round 1.
Sassy. I just want to point out really quick that Derek obviously thought.
Yeah.
Oh, that's absolutely awesome.
Heartbreaking.
Well, it's because when I made it, I was on this side of the screen.
But it's actually pointing to his player icon. So
Right.
Well, yeah.
kind of works out.
I'm getting bopped. Wow.
Aaron, this Jade skin is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Your thoughts on that?
I like it a lot too.
Which is really impressive.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have used my crushing blow there.
If Aaron had his way, it would just be like stick figures fighting, doing frame traps. So him being excited for his skin is very cool.
See you, Lansdowne.
Wow.
What is your favorite Johnny Cage skin?
I can't decide if I like the younger or older one. Like, in MKX, I like his old one a lot, and this one I think is even cooler than that. So.
As you find yourself getting older, you're now in your 30s, right?
Yeah, well, I'm not 50 yet.
I don't
so.
know, but do you now feel yourself represented by the gray temples, the older, more washed up Johnny Cage?
I do feel that. I do feel some of that.
Okay. Ooh. Though the classic 2 uppercuts.
Oh no. Oh no.
And he hit a combo. That's why he's called the Combo Master. Everyone calls him Combo Master.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no punish on ducking that Shadow Kick. We can just hear them mashing the buttons. It's
I'm not.
so
I'm being calm.
I play on stick and it's not even that loud.
Right.
Oh, come on, man! Oh, that totally changed from the
Final round.
Yeah.
Fight.
Oh,
nice.
see, her projectile, it's not like a traditional projectile that she just spams.
Yeah.
It's a space control tool.
I feel like I'm knowing where it is and I'm wrong.
Yeah, going behind her like that is really cool. Wiggly stick. Oh, the wiggly stick. Now the Naginata is in play, and not a lot of characters have armor in this game, but you can actually use Amplify Interactable to have armor. It's one of the only ways in the game to have armor. Good uppercut. No punish. Punishing the leg grab is kind of tricky. Like in a real, like you know it's punishable in a real match, but you have to like think quick to do it.
Oh.
So, what was exactly your thought process on the abilities you used for your Johnny Cage loadout?
Well, one of them was to try and get a crushing blow to happen, which I unfortunately did not.
Yeah, it seems that you forgot about it.
No! Damn it!
Sony with an assist from a little friend.
That's what I was trying to do.
So you got outmashed?
Oh, yeah! Oh, no, you're not.
How do you feel about that?
It was a really close game. How is Sonya not super cool?
Were you wearing a blindfold there?
Oh, Burke, you're so funny.
I know.
All right, that was a very good joke, Burke.
Thanks.
You want to go to the Wheel of Chaos, or do you want to play another just one-on-one?
I think we should give Derek a chance.
I think
we
the spirit
need
of
the wheel.
competition committee, we should do no chaos this week.
All right, game on. Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
I'm so mad. Be smarter. Be smarter. I gotta be smarter. I can do this.
When have you ever done that?
Hold on.
Whose team are you on now?
I do what I must to protect Katana.
That includes attacking Jax.
Round 1. Fight.
I was trying to get parries in that just weren't working.
So about the sunglasses thing, unfortunately to win that match I had to use the Fatal Blow armor
Right.
to get that first round win.
So even though we haven't competed in years and it's just for the fun of the stream, you chose to win instead of being flashy. So you really haven't changed at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the least flashy player ever.
That's true.
I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. I go
Right.
for effective.
It's like, you know that meme where like the math equations are going across the screen? That's how I envision when you're playing. Like that you've analyzed all possible scenarios.
This is probably a bad move for me.
Yeah, I don't think this was a wise fatal blow, but I may eat those words. And I don't eat a lot lately. That's how I've lost all this weight. So I hope I don't want to put words into my fitness pal.
Oh, I'm in a lot of trouble here. Oh, nice play.
That was a read.
That was a hard read.
I don't know if just air glaive is a hard
Shut
read.
up, it was. Just let me
jump.
have this. Let me have this, Steve.
Oh, all right. So Derek's figured out that Tyler's having a hard time with the glaive. Tyler smartly figured out Sonya's Fireball or Onion Rings are really, really good. The problem is Sonya doesn't have a life lead, so this just isn't going to work. Now, the Crushing Blow Onion Ring does a boatload of damage, and that would definitely make up for it. But Tyler's out of stamina, so he can't do it.
That was really good max rating there. That was some good unintentional footsies.
Right.
Hey,
well spaced out.
Okay, Donald, let's stop this.
And Derek's just playing lame, which I've never really seen before. He's not doing random shadow kicks and going 8.
He wants to win.
Yeah, this is very serious right now.
Wiggle 6.
Nice. I got bodied there.
Yeah, that was not good for you. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really...
What?
I mean,
What? Oh, when he jumps over me, we keep the camera on. Fine.
You were doing something else.
Yeah.
Fine. Whatever. That's 1-1.
All right, I want to play Johnny Cage.
Okay. Wow, that's risky, but I like it.
How you feeling, Tyler?
Yeah, you nervous?
Best I've ever felt.
In your life?
Which version? What do we have on this one?
These are the 3 that we showed.
Which one is the one that I like? This one.
Yeah, you should use that one.
Is this the one that has parry?
Yes.
What's the, just if somebody were to ask, what's the command for parry?
Then I would say it's down back 1.
Okay.
That was the least confident.
My green magic, your green outfit.
By the gods, no.
You're lost, sweetheart.
That was awesome. Ooh, big overhead.
As much as you'd like to paint me as an emotionless robot of frame data, I actually do enjoy Johnny Cage's personality a lot.
I have always loved that you play him and like his personality because it's not you at all.
I mean, that's kind of the fun behind it, you know?
Oh, absolutely. I always respect when people play characters that they express themselves through their character, obviously.
We are both trying to do the same thing over and over again. Not getting my stuff off that I want to do.
Fighting games are an amazing way to express yourself, to be who you are not, or to be who you would like to be or aspire to be. It's like a power fantasy.
I'm getting bodied today.
Yeah, this is completely turned around because of the zoning.
Was I not ready for Johnny Cage?
I think this was a terrible idea.
It's not looking like it.
Yeah. Let's not give up.
Yeah, believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
I will.
Okay, interact.
No, right on the edge.
Wow.
Take this.
Okay, all right, you're in this, and she's in the corner. You can do this. You could make this comeback. You have to block and do something. You have to move.
I'm trying to figure this out. I have an idea. It's getting too late for ideas. It seems.
Yeah, it seems like the planning should have happened a while ago. You appear to be just button mashing.
I am now.
Yeah, this is.
Well, you have Fatal Blow. It's a good button to use.
Yeah. I would just do the Fatal Blow.
I'm dead.
Nope!
Dancing, 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 dancing. Do 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 do. All right.
Well,
can we get the camera on me, Burke?
It's I mean, I can't move.
We love you, Derek. Now, the biggest question on everyone's minds after seeing a number of different characters and varieties is which of these movesets and variations are going to be tournament or competitive viable? Which are the ones that we're going to actually use to play with in the official tournaments? We're going to get, hopefully, a couple of those answers when we see the stress test, March 15th through the 17th for U.S. players only. Now, I've opened up my house to any Canadian players that want to stay over the weekend to stress test the game. That is just around the corner. Battle for Seattle is still in development. I've been hinting more and more on Twitter, and I'll be able to release more details hopefully right before the release of Mortal Kombat 11. But there will be the first event, an online tournament for Mortal Kombat 11, a Sunday following the release. Want to make sure that there's, no crazy bugs during the release or any type of characters that have an infinite or something like that we need to be cognizant of. But with the continual, improvement and polish from NetherRealm games year after year after year, I'm really not too concerned about it. But again, when you have millions of people play a game, they can find things that are broken. All right, the next podcast, the J.Gray podcast, is going to be with Scar on March 25th. It's 9 a.m. Pacific time. He's going to be flying in the night before, staying over, and we're going to be having a lot of fun talking about the current scene and what we have in store for the beta that's going to be dropping March 28th. If you like what I do and you want to help support Battle for Seattle, the podcast, and other media endeavors, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. Joshua Gray. And right now, my birthday is April 1st, so less than a month away. I'd love to have 750 YouTube subscribers for my birthday. If I can get up to 1,000, that'd be even better. But the goal is 750 for the month of March, so I can hit it right on the 1st of April. More J.Gray reports going to be around the corner, focus, more on kind of the release of what's happened with Mortal Kombat, but also keeping an eye out on what's happening in the rest of the gaming scene. And honestly, there's just so much cynicism and so much of a death spiral of how companies are doing so badly and the amount of layoffs that are going on. I wanted to take a step back and dive further into my writing of, this is a consequence of predatory capitalism. This is a consequence of the ebb and flow of business, which is a natural state. There's a number of game companies throughout the years that just go like this throughout their tenure. I believe the biggest anger, or the biggest reason why there's so much anger, is because of the games as service model has proven not to be a great model for the customer. And we keep seeing that over and over again, where they release an unfinished game, promise to give you better content later on, even though you've already paid full price, and yet the content that they've promised or what's actually released is no way up to snuff to your expectations and no way up to snuff to the amount of money that you spent or had the expectation to. There's a lot of pushback coming from the gaming audience right now to get rid of some of these trends, and the biggest one has been loot boxes. So more J.Gray plays with some Battlefield 5 content around the corner. Been sniping a lot and I'm having fun with the game despite the pitfalls of EA and DICE and the bad release of Battlefield 5. Still having fun with it, I think partially because I play with my brother. And I'm just got Dead or Alive 6, so I'm diving into that fighting game for a bit, maybe stream some content here in the future with that game, trying to figure out which character I want to main as, because I had never played a Dead or Alive game before. Still got Soul Calibur 6 installed, still got Dragon Ball Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, DBFC, whatever you want to call it, still got it installed, along with Street Fighter 5. So, fighting games are doing very, very well. And this next entry of Mortal Kombat 11 has everybody so hyped that they're talking a lot of smack on Twitter. And we're going to dive into that in another episode. Not into the specifics of what was said, because I'm pretty sure everybody that was involved could either take things back or wish it happened differently. But more of the outrage culture that our generation is unfortunately consuming and exuding, along with proper education and role models of where is the line and how can you go too far yet still be on the edge, still be a decent edge lord, still be a decent edge lord. There you go. It shouldn't even be a tongue twister, because we need to have villains and heels and people that are not going to hug at the end of every match. We need to have compelling stories, and not everybody can be the good guy. So we're going to dive into that. We're going to dive into more stuff here in the future. But thanks so much for tuning in. I will catch you next time. Thank you for your time.